Orlando Brown in the flesh. It's the Orlando Brown dog right here. Say what's up, Orlando Brown Jr.
Say what's up. Hey, say hi. Say hi.
Like create another Trippie Redd?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I had already created Orlando Brown too.
They say each other?
I be playing characters.
Oh, they say y'all favor each other?
That's me. That's me.
Damn.
Didn't we do one already? That's crazy. Muff is tagging me, talk about Orlando Brown look like me with no face tats. And all I could think is like, if I only like that look like me, like, what make y'all think I want a bitch that look like Orlando Brown? Y'all. Hold on, if I really look like him, this is gonna determine right here. I got God! I'm off your property! I'm off your property! I'm off your property! I got God!
Get away from my house, yo.
I'm off your property!
You wait over here for the police.
I'm off your property!
Don't come back to my house.
In Jesus' name.
They tried to flee me. No way Trippie Redd can beat me.
I heard that Trippie Redd is looking for somebody to feature on his album. He's looking for somebody to feature on his album. I ain't scared of no mic. I ain't scared of no mic now. Alright? Alright, Trippy? Okay? You a talented writer, brother. Okay? You got it. You got it popping. Let's go. Stop playing now. Stop playing now. I want to meet your Orlando Brown dog.
It's the Orlando Brown dog right here.
Okay? Let's get it popping, man. Hey, if y'all think this would be dope, man, me and Trippy getting together, man, and doing this, man, y'all, you know, tag Trippy. See what's up. See what's going down. Okay? With the Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown. Right? Yeah. That part. I ain't scared of no mic, bro.
I was doing some research. I ran across something that happened a while ago. You know, people started saying that you and Trippie Redd looked alike.
Okay.
To the point to where even now some people think that you are Trippie Redd.
Oh, okay. I think he's, I think he should come with bars. If he's Orlando, come with bars. Or if he's Orlando, do the feature. I ain't finna do the feature. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up?
Anybody ever mistaken you for him?
Hell no. I'm Orlando Brown. Hell no. That's out of here. Nah. Where the bars at? Where the bars at?
As you guys saw in those videos, Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown have openly admitted multiple times that they're the same. I just showed you guys some of the clips of Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown responding to my videos and admitting that I was right. But there's even more responses that these characters have made to my videos that I will be showing in this video. I will be going through the entire timeline of Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown responding to my videos because you guys will be surprised how many times these characters have responded. In this video, I'll be showing you guys 7 responses that Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown have done in the past, and then I'm going to show you guys the new one that Trippie Redd has done, which now makes 8 responses that these characters have made. So make sure you guys watch this video all the way through because we're going to go through the entire timeline, and I'm also going to show you guys more connections that these two characters are the same at the end of this video. So let's get right into it. So as you guys just seen in that video of Trippie Redd responding in FunnyMarco's interview, he blatantly said that he created the Orlando Brown character.
Well, yeah, I had already created Orlando Brown too. I be playing characters.
And then FunnyMarco said, oh, people say you guys look alike, right? And he's obviously referencing my videos.
Oh, they say y'all favor each other?
And then Trippie Redd said, that's me.
That's me. That's me.
So he blatantly said, that's me. So at this point, he has openly admitted it. And like I said, that's not the only time that this character has admitted this, along with Orlando Brown. So before I get into the entire timeline of these characters responding to my videos, I just want to show you guys some really good side-by-side comparisons that I made because I wanted to make some new side-by-side comparisons so you guys can really see the resemblance, and for anyone that's new here so they can also see the resemblance, because right here these two characters look exactly alike. And here's another really good comparison that I made of Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown. These two characters literally have the same exact eyes, the same nose, and the same teeth. And you can really see that in this picture right here. So at this point, nobody can deny this. Like, Trippie Redd has openly admitted this again. And it's like, how many times do they have to admit to people for them to realize that this is true? You know, I've been making these videos since 2020. And they've just been admitting multiple times over and over, especially with this one. And there's still people that will call me crazy or say that I'm reaching. But how can I be reaching when they're admitting it now?
Orlando Brown in the flesh.
So at this point, you are choosing to let them deceive you. You are choosing to deceive yourself, because that's how this works. They openly admit the truth so that anyone that watches this is now consenting to being deceived. This is why they have to admit the truth, because by them admitting it to you, you now are given two options. Number one, you agree with my videos and you finally agree that these characters are deceiving you and you walk away from them and you stop worshiping and idolizing celebrities. Or option two, you watch the response and you watch him admit the truth, but you continue to believe that it's just a joke and that these two characters are not the same, and you continue to let them deceive you. So that's what they're doing. They're giving you a red pill and a blue pill type of situation. And most people choose the blue pill and they continue to be deceived. And this is why I make these videos, because people need to know the truth. And by me making these videos, it opens the door for them to have to admit what they're doing, because every time I make these videos, I put them on the spot and they know that they have to just admit the truth, because that's the only way they can continue to deceive. Because most people are NPCs and they're gonna watch this video and still believe that celebrities are real. So if you watch my videos and you're subscribed to my Patreon, you should already know that celebrities are not real, especially if you're subscribed to my Patreon, because I have videos showing you guys how celebrities are created and generated. So I recommend you guys join my Patreon. The link is in the description, because if you're new to my channel and you still don't understand what's going on, you can watch those videos on my Patreon and get a better understanding so that you can stop letting celebrities deceive you, because all celebrities are created artificially. These aren't real people. This is why Trippie Redd looks exactly like Orlando Brown, because when they were creating the Trippie Redd character, they used the same template that they used when they created the Orlando Brown character. And all they do is make a couple slight changes to the appearance, and now people will believe that it's a different celebrity, even though it's literally the same celebrity recycled, just with slight differences to try to throw you off. But if you're smart and your third eye is open, you can see right through their deception. I mean, these two characters literally have the same exact smile right here, so it's not hard to see this one. And on top of that, they even have the same gematria in the same two ciphers. As you guys can see, Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown both equal 173 and 65 in the reverse and reverse reduction ciphers. Another connection is with their names, because for some reason both of their names have a color as their last name. So Trippie Redd's real name is Michael Lamar White, so his real last name is White, which is a color, and then his stage name is Trippie Redd, so his last name is another color. And then Orlando Brown's real name is Orlando Brown, so he also has a color as his last name. So both of their stage names are Red and Brown. So what are the chances that both of these colors have the same gematria as well? As you can see, red equals 27, and 27 reversed is 72, and brown equals 72 in the same cipher. And then red and brown both equal 14 as well in the same cipher. And here's another really good comparison of Orlando Brown and Trippie Redd. And notice how Trippie Redd is disguised as an old man, because he's letting you know subconsciously that he comes from an older character, because their base character is LL Cool J. As you guys can see, Orlando Brown looks exactly like LL Cool J right here. Their eyes are literally the same. They even share the same gematria. LL Cool J and Orlando both equal 79, 110, and 38. And then we see that Trippie Redd also resembles LL Cool J a lot, and LL Cool J used to always wear red hats, which is a reference to Trippie Redd. As you guys can see, all three of these characters are the same. If you guys want more information about that, go watch my video about Orlando Brown, Trippie Redd, and LL Cool J. I won't be talking about him too much in this video because I mainly want to focus on Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown's responses, but I do recommend you guys watch my video about their base character because they do look exactly like him. The link to this video will be in the description below. So now let's get into all of the responses that Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown have done. Let's go through the entire timeline so that I can show you guys that these two characters are constantly responding to my videos, and every time they respond, they always admit the truth. So the very first video I made about this topic was in 2020. This video was titled Trippie Redd is Orlando Brown, and 2 days after I made this video, Trippie Redd responded on his story. He posted a video of Orlando Brown, and you can tell it's him because he starts laughing at Orlando Brown in the video. Check this out.
That's on the bloodiest beat I can find. Blood on bloods. You got me up. Shut up. I don't want to hear that. Ooh, read the 75 for 2 for 5.
Boy, Buster, motherfucker is tagging me. Talk about Orlando Brown look like me with no face tats. And all I could think is like, if I only like that look like me, like, what make y'all think I want a bitch that look like Orlando Brown? Fuck y'all. Hold on, if I really look like him, this is gonna determine right here. I got God! I'm off your property! I'm off your property! I'm off your property!
Look, my right over there. I called the
Look at this circus clown.
It's whole blood.
Go ahead. Work for them on the corner.
Sock me out. Sock this
Look at this
out.
dirty ass feet.
Yep.
This
Sock me
bum
out.
try to get us some love. He wants on you.
Yeah.
Now I know why he ain't got no family.
What?
Get the fuck away from here.
I got God.
You better get away from my house or you get knocked the fuck out.
Knocked out for calling God. Bro, I'm chilling, bro.
Get away from my house, yo.
I'm away from your house. Hit me. I'm away. I'm off your
If you
property.
come back over there, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
I'm off your property.
You wait over here for the police.
I'm off your property.
Don't come back to my
In
house.
Jesus' name.
So after Trippie Redd responded to my video, I made this video to show his response, right? And after I made this video, Orlando Brown responded to me in a song. Check this out.
They tried to flee me. No way Trippie Redd can beat me.
So in that song, he said, they try to flee me, no way Trippie Redd can be me. And it was obviously a response to my video because if you check the dates, I made this video on November 16, 2020. And 5 months later, he drops the song on April 9th, 2021. And the weirdest thing about this is the fact that Trippie Redd also dropped a song 27 days after Orlando Brown's song. And this song is called Miss the Rage. And this was one of his biggest songs during this time. And if you pay close attention, you can hear a similarity in both of these songs. So Orlando Brown, after he says, there's no way Trippie Redd can be me, he says, I'll chop you up like zucchini.
No way Trippie Redd can beat me. X disappear like Houdini. Then you appear like a genie. Look on me, I'm not a weenie. I slice you up like zucchini.
And then in Trippie Redd's song, he also rhymes with zucchini. Check this out. So what are the chances that Orlando Brown responds to my video in a song by saying there's no way Trippie Redd can be me, and then he rhymes it with zucchini, and then 27 days later, Trippie Redd makes a song and he also rhymes with zucchini? It's obvious that they're connected, which is why they're rhyming with the same words. So after that situation, Orlando Brown responded again, and he commented on my original video, you know, the first video I made about this topic, and he wrote this super long comment. I had it pinned on that video for like a year, and a lot of you guys started exposing him under his comment to the point where he ended up deleting the comment, but I still have the screenshots of the comment to prove that he did comment this on my video. And a lot of you guys that watched that video, you guys seen the comment, and I'm not going to read this entire comment, but you guys can just see by these screenshots how long this comment actually is. And he's just trying to defend himself and act crazy in his comment. Nothing this character says ever makes sense. He's obviously playing the role of this crazy character to try to make people like us who actually expose the truth look crazy. That's what this character was created for, and I'll talk about that later. But as you guys can see, this character wrote an extremely long comment trying to defend himself under my video, and you guys can go watch my video titled Orlando Brown Responds to Conscious X. And in this video, I read the entire comment and broke it down. I dissected every single thing he said because he kept trying to change the narrative that he's not Trippie Redd and that Trippie Redd is somebody else. But it's very obvious that he is Trippie Redd. I mean, they look exactly alike right here. You have to be delusional to not see the resemblance, especially after all these videos I've made showing you their responses. So I made this video talking about how Orlando Brown responded to me in the song and with that comment on my video. And then right after I made this video, Trippie Redd responds again. And this time, he blatantly admitted that he's Orlando Brown in the flesh on Instagram Live. Check this out.
Orlando Brown in the flesh. It's the Orlando Brown dog right here. Say what's up, Orlando Brown Jr.
Say what's up. Hey, say hi. Say hi.
I heard Orlando Brown getting his together. Props to him. Let's have a round of applause for bro. He back off that.
So in that video, he blatantly admitted that he's Orlando Brown. He literally said, "I'm Orlando Brown in the flesh." And then he grabbed his dog and called his dog Orlando Brown Jr. And that's a very interesting detail. I'm gonna talk about that detail later on in the video, so remember that detail. But anyways, after he responded to my video on Instagram Live, I made this video titled Trippie Redd Admits He's Orlando Brown, and I showed you guys that video. And then of course, right after I made this video, Orlando Brown responds again.
I heard that Trippie Redd is looking for somebody to feature on his album. He's looking for somebody to feature on his album. I ain't scared of no mic. I ain't scared of no mic now. All right, Trippie. Okay, you a talented writer, brother. Okay, you got it. You got it popping. Let's go. Stop playing now. I want to meet your Orlando Brown dog. Okay, let's get it popping, man. Hey, if y'all think this would be dope, man, me and Trippie getting together, man, and doing this, man, y'all, you know, tag Trippie and see what's up. See what's going down. Okay? With the Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown. Right? Yeah. That part. I ain't scared of no mic, bro.
So right after my video, Orlando Brown made this video talking about how he wants to be on a song with Trippie Redd, which was Extreme Damage Control because I just exposed him. And as soon as I saw him respond to my video, I posted this on Instagram, right? And I said Orlando Brown is doing damage control in the caption. I'll zoom in for you guys so you can see. And as you can see, the top comment is Trippie Redd, and he said, "This is not me, LOL." So in my caption, I didn't even say that Orlando Brown is Trippie Redd. I just said that he's doing damage control. So this means that Trippie Redd is constantly watching my videos, and now we see that he's even watching my videos on Instagram because he commented directly on here. And you guys can still go find his comment on my page. The link to my Instagram is in the description below. Just scroll down to 2022 and you'll find this video, and his comment is still pinned on there. Here's an updated screenshot that I did today to show you guys that his comment is still up there. So both of these characters are just constantly responding to my videos. It's actually insane. You know, after this situation happened, I made another video talking about it because not only did Trippie Redd respond in my comments, but Moneybagg Yo also responded to me after I exposed him because I made a video on Moneybagg Yo around that time. And Moneybagg Yo also directly responded to me on Instagram. So you guys can go watch this video to see Moneybagg Yo's response. because I'm not really going to talk about that too much in this video. The link's in the description below. But anyways, I made this video because Trippie Redd commented under my post of Orlando Brown. And then right after I made this video, Orlando Brown started doing a lot of damage control in his interviews. First, he did damage control to my Bow Wow video because I have a video about how Bow Wow is Lil Mama, and he was doing damage control with that because he said that Bow Wow is a woman. And just because he said that, everybody started thinking he was real and he's speaking the truth. But that's not the case. 99% of what this character says is actually wrong and crazy. You know, this character was created to purposely make the truth sound crazy. And I explained this in my damage control videos about him. So I made this video because Orlando Brown did damage control along with Lil Baby and Kevin Gates. You know, all three of these characters responded to me during this time. So I made that video. And then Orlando Brown kept doing damage control. So shortly after that video, I made another video exposing his damage control again, and this time his damage control was even worse because he tried to say that Whitney Houston is Soulja Boy, which is completely wrong. You know, that was complete damage control to me and Divine Sade's videos because I already have a video exposing how Soulja Boy is based off of Flavor Flav and Lil Boosie. You guys can go check out this video. The link's in the description. And then Whitney Houston is Bia, and Divine Sade has a good video about that. So Orlando Brown was blatantly doing damage control to our videos, which is another form of him responding. And I will be making a video on Whitney Houston because she does have way more characters. But for now, I recommend you guys watch Divine Sade's video on this topic. The link's in the description below. So Orlando Brown has just been doing so many distractions. So during this time, Orlando Brown wasn't directly responding to me, but he was indirectly responding to me by doing all of this damage control in his interviews. And he was basically being a distraction. You know, he was twisting the truth of what we say, and he was making it sound stupid and crazy purposely to deceive everybody and to distract them from the truth. This is why Orlando Brown and distractions have the same exact gematria in 2 ciphers. How else do you explain this? It's like this character was literally created to be a distraction from the truth. And numbers don't lie, man. Why would his name match up with distractions in 2 ciphers? As you can see, Orlando Brown and distractions both equal 151 and 173. Because this character is a complete distraction and he's very evil. As you can see, he's doing symbolism right here. Not only is he standing in front of a clock, which is a reference to time, which is a reference to Saturn, because Saturn is the god of time. And then Saturn is a reference to Satan. We have a video about this on our Patreon. I highly recommend you guys watch that video because celebrities are always referencing time and Saturn because those are just other terms for Satan. And Trippie Redd is very satanic as well. I'll talk about that later on in the video. But anyways, as you guys can see right here, not only is Orlando Brown doing symbolism with his hand, but he's also wearing a Freemason chain in plain sight. Let me zoom in on that for you guys to see. It's literally a Freemason symbol with a one-eye symbol in the middle. So he's blatantly letting you know that he's a Freemason and that he's here to distract and deceive you. So stop believing in this character. Detach from him because he is deceiving you and distracting you. That's what this character's agenda is. He was literally created for that purpose. Because even though they started his career on Disney Channel, you know, they did that on purpose so that we can like the character and we can have nostalgia towards the character. You know, they placed him in our subconscious mind so that later on he can program people of that generation. So anyways, after I exposed him in those 2 videos for doing damage control, he responded again, and this time it was a direct response because the interviewer says, "What do you think about people saying you're Trippie Redd?" And he basically just starts acting crazy and he never even answers the question. Check this out.
I was doing some research. I ran across something that happened a while ago. And, you know, people started saying that you and Trippie Redd looked alike.
Okay.
To the point to where even now some people think that you are Trippie Redd.
Okay. I think he's, you know, I think he should come with bars.
Trippie Redd don't have no bars.
If he's Orlando, come with bars. Or if he's Orlando, do the feature. I ain't finna do the feature. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up?
Anybody ever mistaken you for him?
Hell no. I'm Orlando Brown. Hell no. That's out of here. Nah. Where the bars at? Where the bars at? I just want to hear the bars, man. Where the bars at? Like I said, he talented for, his lane and shit, but nah, man. I want to hear the bars.
Notice how he was very nervous in his response. He started playing with his ear, which is a sign that somebody's lying. And then he basically just jumped around the question by saying he can rap better than Trippie Redd. So that was another huge response to my videos. And that was the last video I made. As you guys can see, the last video I made on this topic was 2 years ago, and I showed you guys that clip. And after this video, I took a break from exposing these characters because I already had like 8 videos on that topic, so I wanted to expose other celebrities. So I took like a 2-year break. But sure enough, it was only a matter of time before they responded again. So of course, a few months ago, Trippie Redd does his interview with FunnyMarco, and FunnyMarco says, "Would you like to be somebody else?" And Trippie Redd said he already was somebody else, that he created the Orlando Brown character, and he literally says that he's him. And to top it off, at the very end of this clip, he even says that he already did an interview with FunnyMarco with his other character, because Orlando Brown already did an interview with FunnyMarco. So here's the full video.
With you being you for a long time, do you be like, damn, I want to be somebody else? Like create another you? Or you be like, damn, I already did that?
Like create another Trippie Redd?
Yeah, because you did you and you getting something else. Do you feel like you would create another one?
Well, yeah, I had already created Orlando Brown too.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
How was that? Is that something to talk about? How was that? Use Disney Channel?
I be playing characters.
Oh, they say y'all favor each other?
That's me.
Damn.
Didn't we do one already? That's crazy.
So at this point, Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown have responded to my videos 8 times. So at this point, you have to be really blind or just an NPC to not see this one, because NPCs can't develop an understanding of what's going on. They are controlled by the Matrix. So if you're not an NPC, you already know that what I'm saying is true, especially if you're subscribed to my Patreon, because all the proof that you need about this is on there. So nobody should be denying that celebrities are fake at this point. I've exposed them so many times. And FunnyMarco is a character that they created to do damage control to our videos as well. Every time he interviews a celebrity that we've exposed, he always brings up their other character. So Divine Sade has a good video exposing him, because he even admitted his character, and after she exposed him, he also responded to her in the comments of her video. So go watch this video and look in the comments, because he admitted it in plain sight. The link to this video is also in the description. So now let's get into some more connections between Orlando Brown and Trippie Redd. So the most obvious connection is that Orlando Brown was on That's So Raven with Kyle Massey. These two characters have been close from a very young age. Here's both of them on That's So Raven. And this is a huge connection because now Kyle Massey is friends with Trippie Redd, which is Orlando Brown's other character. So Kyle Massey is the connector to both of these characters. Why would he be around Orlando Brown and Trippie Redd? This is just more mockery. They have to do all of these connections to let you know in plain sight what they're doing. And another connection is that Orlando Brown has dyed his hair red many times. During this time, Orlando Brown had dyed his hair red in this music video, and here's another picture of him with red hair. So he's letting you know in plain sight that he's Trippie Redd, because Trippie Redd obviously has red hair. Another connection is the fact that Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown are both connected to Juice WRLD. As you guys can see, Trippie Redd was born in 1999, which is 999, and Juice WRLD's number is 999. And as you can see, they even have pictures together, and they have songs together as well. So Trippie Redd's birthday is connected to Juice WRLD, and Orlando Brown's birthday is also connected to Juice WRLD's birthday. Juice WRLD's birthday is December 2nd, and Orlando Brown's birthday is 2 days later on December 4th. So their birthdays are only 2 days apart. And on top of that, Orlando Brown's birthday is only 4 days before the death date of Juice WRLD. So his birthday is directly in between Juice WRLD's birthday and the day that Juice WRLD died. And Juice WRLD is a death faker. I have multiple videos on this topic. The link's in the description below. So now let's get into the XXXTentacion connection, because Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown are both connected to X. As you guys can see, Trippie Redd's birthday is June 18th, which is literally the same day as XXXTentacion's date of death. So he literally faked his death on Trippie Redd's birthday. And the connection here is that XXXTentacion has an album called 17. If you think about it, 17 is 8 because 1 plus 7 is 8. And on the 8th track of this album, he has a song with Trippie Redd. And keep in mind, Trippie Redd is the only feature that XXXTentacion has on this album. So the only feature that he has is with Trippie Redd on track 8, and 2 tracks later, he has a song called Orlando. So why would he have a song with Trippie Redd as the only feature, and then 2 tracks later is a song called Orlando, and Trippie Redd's other character is Orlando Brown? So X was being very subliminal with that album track list. You know, he did that on purpose, because he's a character as well. I've already made this video 2 years ago because Jaden Smith is one of his characters. So go watch that video. The link's in the description. Now let's talk about the Ohio connection. So in 2022, Orlando Brown was arrested in Ohio. And this is a huge connection because Trippie Redd is from Ohio. As you can see, Trippie Redd grew up in Canton, Ohio. So why would he get arrested in the same place that Trippie Redd is from? You know, there's too many connections here. And it gets deeper than that because there's even a football player called Orlando Brown Jr. And he's not one of their characters. You know, he has a different set of characters. But I bring this up because they're still connected with their name. And if you think about it, Trippie Redd called his dog Orlando Brown Jr.
It's the Orlando Brown dog right here. Say what's up, Orlando Brown Jr.
So Trippie Redd purposely mentioned Orlando Brown Jr. because Orlando Brown Jr. is another celebrity that is connected with both of these characters. So Orlando Brown Jr. is currently playing for the Cincinnati Bengals in the NFL, and the Cincinnati Bengals are located in Cincinnati, Ohio. And like I just said, Trippie Redd is from Canton, Ohio. So there's a lot of connections here. And another interesting connection is the fact that all of the articles are saying That's So Raven star Orlando Brown. And they're doing this on purpose because Orlando Brown is connected to the word Raven, and I'm going to talk about the spiritual meaning behind that word. But first, I want to bring up these connections because they're calling him That's So Raven star Orlando Brown. And I find that interesting because Orlando Brown Jr. played for the Baltimore Ravens for 3 seasons. So what are the chances that the other Orlando Brown was on That's So Raven and this Orlando Brown Jr. character played for the Ravens? You know, I can't make this up. And like I said, there's a spiritual meaning behind why they use the word Raven. They use that word so much. You know, they even have the character Raven from Teen Titans. And I did some research, and one of the things I found is that there's a Raven constellation. As you can see, they call it Corvus. And I went even deeper to look into this, and the definition of Raven is to devour voraciously. As you can see, it says a ferocious wild animal hunting for prey. So the spiritual meaning behind why they use the word Raven so much is because Raven is a verb that means to devour. And like we talk about on Patreon, celebrities were created to devour the souls of human beings. This is why there's so many humans attached to celebrities and they can't give them up. I mean, how many people do you see going to their concerts all the time? They're devouring their soul. You know, the more you give your energy to celebrities, you're letting them devour your soul. People that base their entire identity on celebrities have already been devoured. This is why I make these videos. It's very important that you detach, or else they're going to devour your soul. You know, I can't go too deep into that topic on YouTube, so I recommend you guys join my Patreon. We have many videos talking about this topic, and we're going to make a book going more into detail about this topic, and we're going to show you guys step by step how celebrities devour your soul and how Luciferians in general can devour your soul. Because it's not just celebrities, there's actual Luciferians that do this as well, because celebrities are just the puppets that they use, but the demons behind the puppets are the ones that are devouring the souls and harvesting the energy so that they can stay alive. So anyways, another definition of raven is the bird, right? A raven is a type of crow. And I did research on this bird, and it turns out that ravens are actually very creepy creatures because in Eurasia and North America, ravens have consumed more humans than any other animal. So that's a really creepy statistic. You know, I can't talk about that too much on here, but we have videos on Patreon talking about how they use humans in food. You know, I can't be too detailed right now, but you guys can read between the lines of what I'm saying. So go join the Patreon if you want to know more information about that. The link's in the description. But anyways, Trippie Redd literally has a song called I Kill People. So he's letting you know what they're doing. You know, I can't say exactly what I want to say on here, but just read between the lines of the name of this song and this statistic right here, and you will understand what I'm saying. You know, because not only are they devouring the souls, but they're also devouring this. That's why they have the character Raven-Symoné that made the show That's So Raven, and that's why Orlando Brown was on that show, because Orlando Brown is a big character they use to harvest souls. He's a very disgusting character, so that's why I'm going to keep exposing his character, because he's a very nasty character and people need to stop thinking he's real and that he's speaking the truth, because like I showed you guys earlier, his name literally matches to distractions. So anyways, another connection here is that Orlando Brown was born in 1987, and 87 backwards is 78, and Orlando Brown Jr. is number 78 for the Ravens. As you guys can see, when he was on the Ravens, one of his jerseys was 78. And when he was on the Oklahoma Sooners in college, his number was also 78, which, like I showed you, is Orlando Brown's birth year in reverse. And notice how the Sooners have a jersey color of red, just like Trippie Redd. So it's all in plain sight. You know, these two characters are connected in so many different ways. Another interesting connection is that Orlando Brown Jr.'s dad, his real name is Orlando Cloud Brown, and he was nicknamed Zeus. You know, this is where Jesus gets his name from, J Zeus. You know, it's all recycled. I'll do a video about that later on my Patreon. But anyways, I bring this up because Orlando Brown Jr.'s father, he played for the Ravens as well. And on top of that, he also played for the Browns, which are located in Ohio. These characters are so connected to Ohio because Trippie Redd is from Ohio. And the reason I'm showing this article is because notice how it says Orlando Brown dead at 40. And I feel like this is predictive programming that the other Orlando Brown is going to fake his death as well, because Orlando literally matches to fake death with the number 34 in the same cipher. And then we see that Orlando matches up to Death Faker with 79 and 34 and 43 in the same two ciphers. And then Orlando Brown equals 61, just like fake death. And then Orlando Brown, Trippie Redd, and fake killing all equals 65 in the same cipher. And Trippy matches up to fake murder with the number 48 in the reduction cipher. So one of these characters is going to fake their death, either Orlando Brown or Trippie Redd, because they're both connected. You know, Trippie Redd literally has a song called Death with DaBaby. So he could be referencing DaBaby faking his death or him, but either way, one of these characters is going to fake their death. There's just too much scripting with this. And if you watched my first video on Trippie Redd, I even showed Orlando Brown at a cemetery in one of his music videos. So last thing I want to show in this video is the fact that Trippie Redd is a very demonic character, and this ties into what I was saying about how they use celebrities to devour souls. Here you can see he has very demonic symbolism in this red room. That's why his name is Trippie Redd, and he has a pentagram in the middle with candles around it. And whenever you see symbols with candles, that means they're doing a ritual, and this is a very satanic ritual that he's doing. You know, this song is named after a cult. This is why celebrities like to have a cult following, because they can brainwash their cult and get them to give up their soul and their energy. And here's another demonic photo from the music video. So I don't want to show that for too long, but the reason I bring this up is because recently Trippie Redd said for people to stop calling him a devil worshiper.
Bro, I don't worship the devil. I don't know why you keep saying that. Like, stop saying I worship the devil, bro. Like, what the I can't wear all black. Like, I've been wearing all black. That's my theme. Like, I just don't get it. Like, stop saying I worship the f***ing devil.
So I just find it very ironic that he's saying he's not a devil worshiper, but yet he has all this satanic symbolism and pictures. Here's a very demonic photo. I guess he drew this photo of himself and he made himself look very demonic, and he has this blood all over his mouth because it symbolizes how they devour souls. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to my channel with post notifications so that you can be notified when I drop a video and when I go live. Also, be sure to join my Patreon for more content about how celebrities are created and how they were created to devour your soul. We have so many detailed videos about this topic, so join the Patreon if you're not already, because you're really missing out on those videos. We have over 80 videos on our Patreon that you will get access to once you join, and if you join the higher tier, you can also schedule a phone call with me and Divine Sade where we can answer any of your questions, and we also offer numerology readings. So go join the Patreon. The link's in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.